quick, and yep, here we go. We are already off on our start, and so this match is going to be catstealer. Oh, I think it's willpower. It's WillPower264, so this might not be Chappie82. I might have mistaken it. Let me check real quick. I'll check probably after this match because I thought it was Chappie82. Well, let me check real quick. The schedule says Chappie82. Maybe they just have a different Dominion Online username. Alright, so they've already gotten into this. So yeah. So, looking at this board right now, so there's a lot of strong fives here, so obviously you're incentivized to hit 5. You have, let's see, what do you have? Your village is going to be Lost City, so you'll probably be taking a lot of those. You probably won't care too much about drawing your opponent a card off getting Lost City, simply because you have strong drawing options like, Wharf, Sea Witch, Highwayman. That's just Tragic Hero. You have like plenty of drawing options here, so very likely I think the Lost Cities will probably pile up pretty quickly here, which would make a lot of sense. You also have a lot of attacks here with like Barbarian and Giant, so a lot of trashing stuff. I think you worry about that a little bit later here because generally speaking, you already have a bunch of really just powerful, like, basically powerful cards here, so you're gonna want to focus on that a little bit later. But yeah, right now you're mostly just gonna be playing a bunch of Lost Cities, Wharfs, upgrades. You could do Sea Witch, but upgrade kind of really invalidates that, so it makes it where you kind of want to go for Wharf more, where you're just more focusing on drawing deck because you can thin down so quickly here. So yeah. So I joined this game a little bit late, but looks like catstealer has his deck going. It's another Wharf. Wharf makes a lot of sense. Let's see, you have a couple of options. Tragic Hero. You're probably looking, I'd imagine as catstealer you're using that for like a gold gain here, mostly. Just to get up and payload, and because Tragic Hero is going to be a more efficient way of getting that payload, I feel like. So that makes a lot of sense. Chappie goes for Sea Witch. I don't know how really strong that's gonna be. Like, obviously Sea Witch gives you some pretty nice draw, but it looks like catstealer more or less has their deck under control. They have like 2 upgrades already, so I'm not really sure how much those curses are really gonna slow him down. Yeah, so catstealer has a ton of money. I can do 3 5-buys, so Lost City makes sense. Sea Witch, Wharf. Okay. Yeah, reasonable. So, not reasonable? Yeah, you're probably right. I think I would have preferred Wharf there, personally, over Sea Witch. Maybe actually going for another Lost City there, because that's like your only village here, and can be pretty overdrive already, gain payload. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good point. You could just get a gold or a Tragic Hero there. That's probably gonna be pretty reasonable. What I think would probably be more punishing, yeah, is going to be like a Barbarian here. Yeah, heroes are definitely a good card. I think a barbarian would be more punishing here, because like you hit a lost city, that's gonna hurt. You know, you hit any real 5 cost, it's gonna hurt more than like getting cursed here. I mean, I feel like I would trash the curse here, but I don't know what. I guess I don't like that. Warf's still a pretty good card here. I don't like it. I mean, I understand wanting to get payload, but I'm just afraid you're not going to be able to draw your deck there if you get rid of those. And plus with the opponent getting a barbarian, you could easily like lose your wars there. Okay, so they go for Wharf, Tragic Hero, Province. Not unreasonable. How does the pilot out situation look? Yeah, see, that's sort of a little bit what I was afraid of. Well, I guess you can replace your Wharf for a Ranger and still get that buy, but you're still missing a Wharf. Pilot. So you already have your Lost Cities gone. Why do they only have 3 buys? Like, you should have way more buys on this board. There's so many things to get plus buy. I guess, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think willpower is a little behind on gains. I would assume you want a lot more buys than 3. Okay. Let's see. I don't think that catstealer has the. I don't think catstealer can win this turn. Yeah, no, 5 buys is not going to be enough. Let me see. Yeah, so I mean, just going up in provinces, Tragic Hero, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So now I think Will's in a pretty bad spot. I think he can really only afford. Okay, hitting a gold's not that bad with Barbarian. That's actually probably helpful because it puts that card at the bottom of the deck. I mean, yeah, as well, you're in a pretty bad spot. Like, if you double here, you're probably just losing. I mean, you might be losing anyways, because if catstealer has enough gains and you can't go over in points, then it could be a pretty easy pile out on wharfs and curses. Well, actually, no. No, I mean, take that back. Take that back, because I think catstealer would need another game to buy like another green card. Let's see, let me. If there's an off chance that willpower can beat 3 province from catstealer, because cat has 25 of tragic hero from last turn, right? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. What would you have to get? I'm assuming you meant last turn, because like this turn, if catstealer, this turn if catstealer triple provs like they are right now, they just win. I don't know. That they're already behind in points, so that'd have to be a crud ton of duchies right there. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look at that. Yeah, Barbarian literally just turned Wharf into Ranger and like Golden to Silver, so it just it hardly did anything there. I agree with that. Alright, so looking at this board, what do we have? That's the wrong button. Okay. So you got Trashing with Goat Herd. Your villages are going to be Hunting Lodge, Hamlet. Your draw is going to be Guide. Yeah, I don't think it would have realistically happened if... I don't realistically think he could catch up in duchies on last game, Full Bora. Yeah, so you have Hamlet, Guide, and Hunting Lodge's draw. You have Council Room and Tide Pools as well. Let's see. So catstealer opens Goat Herd. WillPower has Hamlet. How... With a 2-5 split... Oh. How did catstealer get... How did catstealer get a Goat Herd? Is there a, like... I do not know. I was not paying attention, but that's on me. Oh. Oh, no. Will had the 2-5 opening. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so Will opens Hamlet Council Room. And then catstealer opens Goat Herd. And Tracker. Okay, I personally don't get the Tracker hype, but I guess that's a card I'm kind of allergic to. I don't play with it a lot. I know it gives you a boon and stuff, but it never really seemed super good to me. So, I don't play with it a lot, but maybe I should play with it a little bit more. Alright. Alright, so Will takes the curse points from the Defiled Shrine. Catstealer gets a silver. Okay. Seems like WillPower's getting some pretty good draws with these council rooms right now. So the draw to deck here, it probably revolves around a lot of hunting lodges, which, I mean that would make sense, you know. Like, you have like Goat Herd, you have like Animal Fair, you have a lot of. I feel like that could actually work pretty well here, to be honest. Yeah, that's also true too. It's not. Yeah, if you start your hand with like a hunting lodge and the Tide Pools does nothing, that's a good point. Yeah. Like, one of the big problems with Council Room is just that, like that draw, the thing where you draw your opponent a card is a pretty big deal, you know? It could turn, like, a hand from a dud to, like, a not dud, which is, it's not insignificant at all. Alright. So catstealer, I think, looks a lot thinner than WillPower right now. I think they've trashed a lot more cards because, I mean, they got the Goat Herds a lot earlier, so I think that's going to be pretty good for them. I think they'll be in a lot better position coming forward to do more stuff with their deck. Yeah, that's true. Hamlets are going to help, like, get those, like, green cards out of your draw to X stuff, so that's pretty good. I mean, I think right now I would say that catstealer is pretty decisively winning, I'd say. Well, maybe not decisively. They're behind on points, but, like, I think their deck's in a much better place than Will's right now, I would say. They're kind of, like, thinned down, are going to be more reliable, and they're kind of getting to that point where they're going to be able to, I guess, start building and doing a lot more stuff with their deck. And plus, you can turn these Goat Herds into Animal Fairs pretty easily. So, yeah, like that. The only thing is, I think it would be very good for them to get a canal in the near future. Okay. I don't know if I like the ruined village to get the extra point off the defiled shrine. Like, I understand it, and I guess you have enough control to where that's like a thing to do. I don't know if I agree with it personally, but I mean, I think taking the defiled shrine points is definitely the right thing to do. Yeah. It seems easy to kill goat herd. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd agree with that. Even still, I think catstealer, even with all our thinning, could probably use another goat herd still. Oh, she got the forest gift. That's actually really good. Um, really good for catstealer. Okay, it gets canal. And canal goat herd, right? I would think goat herd, but um, they could be thinking other things. Oh, okay, that was smart. Okay, I didn't see that. Turning Ruin into an animal fair, that's actually very smart. I still think I would have preferred goat herd, at that point, but like, yeah, that's a pretty high IQ play right there. All right, so okay, gets a royal carriage. It's not royal carriage seems fine. Having that guy down is really good. And then here, I probably play the animal fair because, yeah, I mean that also playing the shocker's fine, but I think you play the animal fair there just because you already got the forest gifts, so you already have your plus buy. All right, so this is pretty good. I'm thinking, what am I thinking here? Probably like one more hunting lodge for me. You could, I guess you could start greening now, because, well, I don't think I like greening. I don't know. I think I'd do at least one more hunting lodge. I mean, hunting lodge province isn't bad. It's not like terrible here. Your deck can certainly handle it, and it gives something for Hamlet to discard, so that's not terrible. I am just considering if I build like one more turn as catstealer is the only thing. But yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing about that's the thing about Council Room. Now I think, well, I mean, Catstealer would probably already draw her deck, but it's gonna give her an even easier time drawing her deck, even though you do have all the buys. All right. I think you wanted to play the Animal Fair there first, just in case you draw your silver. Do you have a guide down? Okay, maybe you don't. So maybe that's a little bit risky. You could possibly dud your next turn if... because I think you would guarantee at least one copper on top of your deck. Now, I think at this point, if you're Will, you need to build... I think you have buys. You mostly need to build payload and probably get probably one more hunting lodge. I think two is not enough. I think you could pretty easily build the double here. Maybe you get a couple of disposable actions to feed the animal fairs, you know, and then like the turn after your next one, you start greening. Try to build to like at least maybe double, possibly triple. Martyr. Don't know if I believe in Martyr here. You're also okay. Giving ruins just gives more cards for catstealer to turn into animal fairs. Which I don't think you want. It slows down your deck. Like, that doesn't look very good to me. Let's see. Why did they get rid of... Oh, they wanted to buy. That makes sense. What am I... So what am I doing here as catstealer? They get a royal carriage. Gets a hamlet. I think if I'm catstealer, I'm wanting to probably empty the hamlets, you know? That way my animal fairs can get plus buy, because I'm thinking I'll probably have more of them in my deck by the end of the game. So I think if I'm in catstealer, I think it's more in my advantage to get the first pile out to give the animal fair plus buy. Okay. I mean, I'd probably play royal carriage again. Even if it gives the... Well, I mean, it could give their goat herd an extra draw, but I still think it's worth it. Alright. So... If I'm Will, what am I doing here? No one's gone for typals yet. No one saw that, like, the Hunting Lodge typal strategy that chat talked about earlier. I mean, that could be pretty strong. But, I mean, I think if I'm Will, I don't have my deck fully drawn yet, so I think I'd still want to, like, I'd still want to build some more. I'm still probably going to be getting, like... I think another lodge seems reasonable. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, the type pools guide. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Playing with type pools is actually going to be incredibly strong here. Yeah, actually, I think that's probably the best way to build here, honestly, because you have, like... Probably going to be the most reliable draw. The trouble is, HL draws 5 and is a village, so you're only getting TP on exactly 4. Yeah. I guess that's fair. Alright. So... Here's catstealer. What are you doing? Are you just doubling? I mean, double makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, J-Nose, you might have to explain that one to me. I'm not quite processing it at the moment. But yeah, I mean, I think as catstealer, at this point, you can probably just pressure in points because I don't think. I don't know if my opponent has their deck built enough to where they're at least going to be reliably double provincing. So I think it makes sense as catstealer to. I think it makes sense as catstealer to double there, especially when you have like hamlet targets and stuff like that. Willpower gave to Martyr. I don't think it was a particularly good play, personally. Yeah, okay, that makes sense, you know. Yeah, I mean, Hunting Party... Yeah, I mean, not Hunting Party, Hunting Lodge. I mean, Hunting Lodge is going to allow you to play, like, a lot more Animal Fairs, which, is going to be pretty good here. And just... Is that the only real terminal they're playing? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense here. You're gonna take Hunting Lodge over Tide Pools because yeah, it's a village. And then with like Animal Fairs, yeah, you can be able to play like, a lot more of them. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Okay, so catstealer is gonna be able to play this Animal Fair. I mean, I'd still discard here. Well, I mean, I guess there's reason not to. Like, you could get a province there and, you know, get another Animal Fair. Yes, the convenience of Hunting Lodge being 4-costing is very nice with that Earth Skiff right there. Okay, yeah, and like green at this point with the draw to X deck is not really slowing down It's not really slowing down catstealer at all, so... I think if catstealer just... I think catstealer doubles here. I don't really think Will's going to be able to catch up. Which I think it's very clear that they will be able to do that. Okay, so let's think about this real quick. What does Will need to catch up? So with 2 provinces, that's going to be 12. That'll put them at 29. They will need 2 provinces, 2 duchies, and an estate to tie, I think. Yes. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I don't think it's realistic that Will's going to be able to do that this turn. I don't think they have 2 Animal Fairs. They'll get... How much money do you need to do that? You're going to need 14 plus 8 plus 1. And this is just for the tie. So that's going to come out to 23, I think. Yeah. So, oh, okay, no, I am wrong. They'll be able to win this one for sure. And to win, you get, it's going to be 14 plus 12, 26, which they do have in hand. So they do have the win here. Okay. No, I underestimated WillPower's deck. I think they had a lot more payload than I initially realized. Yeah, that's going to be enough duchies to win it. Okay, cool. Alright, so the score is 1-1 right now. catstealer won the first game, and WillPower won the second game. Both as player 2, I believe. Alright, cool. So we're going on to game 3, so let's look at this one real quick. Alright, so do we have any draw here? We do not have any draw. We have trashing. We have a lot of strong payload cards, but I don't think we have any draw. Let's see, so... Figurehead is draw, as is Will-O-Wisp. Okay, yeah, those are... That is true. Oh yeah, Blessed Village can continue a Will-O-Wisp, that's right. But even still, draw here is going to be pretty lacking for the most part. So it's obviously going to be more of like a money-ish type of deck, you know. Opening Bridge makes sense, being one of the strongest payload cards here. The only problem with bridge is if you're gonna want loot, it's gonna collide with pickaxe. Corsair. I don't like that over Century at all. Um, I mean, you're gonna trash silver, but you're not getting a lot of silver and golds here. You know, I mean, you get silver in the opening to hit 5, but that's about it. It gives, I guess it's draw neutral, so it has that going for it. But I mean, I think the attack is mostly gonna be irrelevant here. So I think I prefer probably pickaxe or mining road personally. Um, so I mean, it's interesting. So they both have one bridge. Neither of them have taken a village yet, which is interesting. And yeah, I mean, taking this many centuries does make sense. It's basically gonna trash your deck and sort out a bunch of green. You know, after your deck is pretty much trashed. Um, yeah. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking at some point I would definitely take a mining road. Because I could put, you can do some fancy stuff where you put pickaxe in the play, you trash a card from your hand. You have, and I guess if you're playing less for bridges, you could also gain loot into your hand, or you can gain loot immediately into play. Okay, so they're mostly building a Corsair deck. Interesting. Okay, that's really good. It's a really good sentry from Catstealer. Yeah, this is going to be like a great turn for them. Get thin, play bridges. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I guess there's not really a whole lot else to this deck, to be brutally honest. I do think Catstealer is in a lot thinner, and they're in a lot better spot than Will is right now. So this should be enough to buy another bridge. But I think, yeah, you need the village first. And you get the bridge next turn. Yeah. Why would you get the double copper there? That's something interesting. Do you just want to trash it a century? Like, I don't see what that gives you. I guess, oh, no. You get it because you want to get 2 cards next turn. Okay, that makes sense. And then you can pretty easily thin out your warehouse century combo. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Okay, so Willpower gets the Will-O-Wisp, which is it's definitely the boon you want here. Is that the best boon? I'd probably say so. Like for this board particularly, yeah. Yeah, you can just draw this copper, and then you can top deck a century, so that's pretty good. Yeah, that one's pretty worthless. That boon's not very good. So yeah, it looks like Catstealer is pretty ahead on this race. A lot more thin. What am I looking to do as Willpower? Well, I mean, I guess if I'm Willpower, yeah, this is the problem with Corsair. You're definitely not the thinness you want to be at all. I mean, I think think I trashed this copper. Well, I guess in that case you get to play. You get like you get 4/4 cost, so I guess that makes sense not trashing the copper. Plus, you can probably do that next turn. But what am I doing as willpower? I'm not as thin, and I need to come back. I guess I probably get the last 2 bridges just to deny my opponent from getting the last 2 bridges. I think that would make a lot of sense if I was in his shoes. Let's see what. But I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess really after just getting thin, there's not. Yeah, it's like Daniel said. There's not really a whole lot else to this board. So I mean, I'd probably get both bridges and then a blessed village probably. Yeah. Yeah, exactly like that. So catstealer is not wanting to trash these coppers. Playing with these coppers like a true copper strategist. Okay. So the most bridges you're going to be able to play here is the most is going to be 5. With Warehouse, you're going to be putting your deck size down by 1 every time you play one. How do you play? I'm thinking like, how do you play from this point, you know? You know, I'm kind of interested to see, like, how is a loot deck going to compare against this, you know? Like, after you get thin, you know? I think it's possible the loot deck might be better at hitting provinces. Because let me think. The most you're going to be able to play is 5 bridges here. So with 5 bridges, you have 5 coins. Your province is going to cost 3, I think. So even with 5 bridges, the best you could probably do here, I guess, unless you get a will-o-wisp, you know? Unless you get a will-o-wisp, in that case, you could probably get up to 7 and then win. But, like, without the will-o-wisp, you're only single provincing here, I think. And then maybe getting a couple of duchies. And maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine here. Oh, the loot deck's hitting negative 15. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't see this, guys. Yeah, I forgot about Wolf's Den here. Okay. Derp. 5 bridges could take provinces with Corsairs. Yeah, no, that's right. Sorry. I kind of missed the old layout where it would just, you didn't have to scroll down constantly, and you could kind of just, like, it would scroll down for you. A lot of times I'll miss that and I'll forget to like scroll. So yeah, I forgot about Wolfstein completely here. No, I guess you just have to play a bridge and yeah, play a bridge Corsair deck. You know, I wonder if what I do here, if I'm catstealer, is do I get this warehouse out of my deck? I don't know if they're really helping that much at this point. Because it's like, it's taking up a draw slot. It's possible. Yeah. Yeah, no. I think loot's definitely not the right play here after realizing Wolf's Den exists. So it is a little bit of an awkward board. But I think ooh, okay, that's actually a good play too. You can also butterfly into town. think that's reasonable. Okay. Oh, I think they're probably going to go for the duchy pilot, I see. Being that they're probably not super reliably going to be hitting province. Or at least one per turn. Okay. So Will can hit a province here. If yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, no, I mean, agreed. And especially with Warehouse, where you can set up like your century trashes, you know. So there's less of the excuse that like I had like 2 estates in my hand every time I drew century. Okay, so they're undoing this warehouse discard. Do they not want to play the Corsair? I mean, I figure I'd want to play the Corsair here. Maybe you don't. I mean, you can base... I guess unless... There's not a pile out here that I'm missing, I don't think. Like, no, he's... Yeah, like, piles aren't low enough to where you can just, like, pile out towns right now. And, yeah, the Corsair is going to give you, like, an extra draw next turn, so... Yeah, I mean, I might end my turn there. Yeah, so what am I... So as catstealer, I'm kind of behind. I think now catstealer is kind of behind here. Being that a duchy pile out is going to be a little bit probably harder to obtain. Well, actually, no. You can get like 5 duchies this turn. What am I thinking? Yeah, like with 4 bridges in play, you should be able to get like a crud ton of duchies. So that should put you at you get rid of the Wolf's Den points, and then you probably add sitting at 18, which actually is pretty good. You know, it puts you in a good position to pile out next turn. So yeah, no, I think going to duchy route does make sense. Let's see. I'm not sure how the bridge split went. I think... Yeah, you also can butterfly in the duchies. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's smart. You get the... You butterfly the Blessed Village, and then you get the boon effect. Yeah. That's true. And I think that ended up being a better turn. Because of using butterfly. So yeah, that's a good point. Okay. So for Will, if you... let's see, what's the win condition for... It's actually pretty rough. Actually, because it's not just... For Will, it's not just a province and 2 duchies here. It's like... Well, actually, there's... Yeah, no, it's not just a province and 2 duchies here. That doesn't win. That puts you at... Let me think. No, you only have 1 province, so... You're gonna get 9 points from this next province. And you know, province 2 duchies does win. Yeah, yeah. No, you're right, it wins. So yeah, that's still gonna be hard to achieve. You have to have, you basically have to have 5 bridges in play to do that. I mean, I think you pretty surely have to play as Blessed Village. Like, I think that's you're doing that no matter what. Oh, okay. Is this enough to win? This is enough to win. Okay. Cool, cool. Yeah, I think as catstealer, you. Well, I mean, going for the duchies, I understand it. I think that it probably looked a little. I mean, I guess I would have done the same thing in catstealer's position, but like, it's not as safe as it looks because of Woolston. I mean, it's kind of easy to forget the provinces there, and that like the next province that Will is gonna get is gonna be 9 points. Okay. What is this board? This board, we got Black Cat. You want a bunch of those. You have rats. Is there a way to trash that rats? No. You can trash your fortress to get more rats. Oh no, wait. Ooh, there's rats bishop. That would be pretty spicy if someone did some like bishop fortress kind of plays, like bishop fortress rats or something. That would be pretty sick. I wonder if just like playing completely with I wonder if just not even trying to green here is the right play, like just completely building a bishop deck. I mean, I guess it's tempting for me. It's tempting for me to do that, I guess. But actually, I think no matter what deck you're building, you're going to want a bunch of black cats, fortresses. Yeah. I don't. Alright. So, catstealer opens with. Okay, catstealer gains an estate, trashes a hovel. I think I like Black Cat better than that, because you're. But, I mean, that doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot, to be perfectly honest. I, I like Black Cat Cutthroat better. Or Black Cat Rats. I like playing with rats here. Just doing a rats bishop deck. Maybe it's not even good, but it's fun. Okay. Trash is a necro. Okay. So at some point, one of you is going to have to get bishop. Because otherwise, you're just going to have a bunch of rats in your deck, and... Well, I think this turn of your will, you probably buy bishop here. Because that's the only thing you can really do here of rats, I'm thinking, right? Unless... I mean, I don't really see anything else here. I think at some point you start taking black cats for sure, right? No, just getting Harbinger. Okay. transfer the estate. Okay, there we go. Now we're finally gonna start getting rid of these rats. Alright, looking at piles, you have Way of the Worm, so a lot of the estates are going away now. Which I mean makes sense. I wonder what's your... does either of them go for loot? I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I think I'm more worried about just like, I think I'm more worried about scoring off of Bishop and Rats and getting as much I can out of that. And if my opponent's the one that like wants to get, you know, the loots going, you know, they can waste a turn doing that. Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right. Like basically, I think the only reason you want to do that is if you want to start scoring provinces, you know. Or you want to hit populate. But then, you know, you also help your opponent hit populate, so I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm for sure more concerned about Bishop Rats right now. So, I guess the thing is, estates piled out, rats piled out. I wonder what the third pile is. Like, I don't think it's province. It could be bishop, but that seems a bit like a long shot. I wonder after this, do you just, you know, after you're done, like, ratsing your deck, like, what are you doing here? Also, I like the Fortress Trash for style points. That did not go unnoticed. That was pretty cool. I mean, also it could be fortresses here. Because you need fortresses to do a lot of stuff here. Yeah, you put rats on top. For sure. Okay, you draw your rats. I think. Also, you can kind of just repeat the process indefinitely with Fortress here. You can just keep using your bishops for points. So, tunnel. Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. I mean, you pretty much gone through all your good cards. You went through your bishops, your fortresses. Yeah. Now if you're doing anything, you're trashing your silvers and you're just getting rid of your payload, which isn't that good. What? Also, catstealer got a tunnel. Is there a card you can discard tunnel with? Like, you have storeroom, but there's storeroom's not on the deck right now. Can Harbinger do it? No, I don't think so. That moment when you trash a rats and you draw another rats. It's a very rats moment right there. Okay, so they take a third bishop. It's not unsurprising. Gets another silver. I'm still a little worried about the tunnel buy. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Like, okay. Yeah. I do wonder what would happen if I guess you have limited terminal space, but like I feel like I'd still be playing with more black cats. Yeah, I don't really understand the silver here. You have like better options, like I feel like fortress or bishop here, you know. I think you wanted to trash the fortress before drawing with it there. Um, here, do I wonder if I wonder if since my deck's a little bit more in control, yeah, that like I take the loot here. Okay, so Cat Taylor gets Insignia. They get Puzzle Box and Fora. I mean, Sword's gonna actually kind of hurt here. I think that was obviously the best loot that was drawn. Well, actually, maybe not as much if Cutthroats are in play, but Sword's gonna be a good loot in general. But I guess both the loots they got were kind of mediocre. But I guess, you know, Sword's still probably gonna be the best one here. Now here, what am I doing as both players? I think maybe as Will, what I do is I think maybe as well what I try to do is I try to pile bishops possibly, like bishop or fortresses. I'm kind of ahead. If I'm in his shoes, I'm sort of ahead in point scoring here, and just in bishop trashing in general. So maybe I just try to like. Maybe actually no, I think I'd get fortresses, not bishops here. Playing two cutthroats makes no sense to me. Yeah, I think they're both playing pretty quickly in the beginning. Yeah. Yeah, actually, to be frank, I mean, having two cutthroats right now, you probably just want to bishop it. I think you might still play with one cutthroat still. I mean, loot's going to be a good thing to trash. But yeah, two seems like a little too much. Anyways. Oh yeah, that's right. Also, catstealer has the black cat, so greeting's not going to be super great for willpower here. So I think if you're Will, you're mostly just trying to get the scoring off the bishops, you know, and maybe trying to pile out fortress here. Though I think if I mean I'm not playing right now, but like I do feel like I'd probably be playing with more black cats, just because it is the only real draw here. Um, maybe just like two at least, and plus it just it discourages my opponent from greening, you know. So if I'm like if I have more black cats, then you know I feel like it would put me in a better spot personally if I were playing this game. I could be wrong. This is just backseat driving at this point, but okay. So what do I do? I think the best play there would have probably been the bishop, the cutthroat there. Use the M4 for next turn, and gain a fortress. Well, no, you're behind on points. What am I thinking? Yeah. And this is why you want black cats in your deck, because now I mean because now catstealer can basically get provinces for free. When you should be very scared of getting a province right now. Um looks like look it looks like catstealer is more or less gonna run away with this game just based on like scoring provinces here. Yeah, I can bishop this fortress. What if you bishop this province? You should. Catstealer should bishop this province right here. It would just be too sick. Okay, yeah. I mean, you down 1 point, but it's like. Yeah, I mean, I think that was definitely the right play. Okay, what do I get here? You don't understand trashing the fortress? Um, I mean, if it's like off a bishop play, it's probably just funny. Yeah, I mean the rats just yeah, I mean the rats just take up space in your deck, and they're just much better. It's like a card that it's like a cantrip you can't always draw with. So yeah, I think you do really want to kill the rats here. And yeah, catstealer will get this rats trash. They'll play the sword. Yeah. Yeah, it's just gonna be another province, and I've got. I mean, I think at this point it's very resignable for willpower, just because like you're not gonna realistically be catching up here, and like rats trashing. Though it is, it does score a lot. It's just I don't know. Catstealer is probably like in a way better. I think Catstealer is most likely to run away with this, just if they can just keep provincing every turn. I think the bishop rats thing was inevitable. I would, you know what? If your willpower going in all in, yeah, you might as well trash that. But you also can't really lower. That's the thing. You can't really lower these piles because all Catstealer needs is like 8 and a loot, and they're just gonna win. So you really can't afford to get a fortress or a bishop. Now might be a good time to get a black cat. Harbinger, okay. Yeah, I mean, easy. Here, like, I like it. I guess I liked getting the rat there as willpower because it's it's draw. Two, it's gonna help you like actually. It's gonna kind of pressure your opponent from not greening, and even if they do, you draw a little bit of cards. So it's like, I do like Black Hat for willpower that last turn. Ooh. Now I'm wondering. So Catstealer has a spell scroll. I wonder if you just play spell scroll's bishop here. Just kind of push your lead even further. I don't know. Okay, duchy makes sense. Okay, Will seems to have been coming back here actually. Let's see. Is there? I'm trying to look. Is there one in his hand? I don't think so. Wait, was there a win there? I think. How many? No, there was a win there. I think, right? There had to have been a win there. I'm a little tired, but I think I could have sworn there was a win there, but maybe I'm wrong. No, because you're gonna be down on points. No, you couldn't do that last turn. Here as well. What do you do? It could be great time to get a black cat into your deck. You know, the best time to get the black cat into your deck was probably about 10 turns ago, or so. But the second best time could be now. Man, I'm not crazy for wanting a black cat in my deck, right? Like that should be a really annoying card to deal with. Yeah, and this will just be province. You see, and this is why Black Cat is a good card. Unless now they do decide to get a Black Cat. Okay, they don't, but you can still play as draw, and maybe you draw a treasure. You don't, but you know what? It's okay. You're cycling. Okay, cool. You get the pawn pile out. So that's GG's. I actually don't know the score right now. Let me check it out real quick. Should be WillPower264. Alright, the score's 2-2. And we're going into game 5 right now. Yeah, no, agreed. The only draw was Black Cat, and I think it would have been good. Even if it is a little hard to play with. So yeah, so Will's gonna get a 5-2 here. I imagine you open replace. I imagine you open replace as well. You can replace in the mountain villages and then get swashes going. You like Calf? Yeah, I think Calf is good too. I think Calf is good too, I guess. I think... Yeah. Ooh, you can get a mountain village, top deck that, then you can play your cathedral, and you can get a second play of replace. So that's a really good draw, and probably best case scenario for willpower right there. Okay, you can do the same thing again, except you're gonna reshuffle, so you're not guaranteed to have replace on top. But you get it anyways. It works out. Now the question is here, do I replace this estate into... Did I do it into a silver? Probably. Silver gets you a Wayfarer. Um, yeah, that is true actually. Yeah, silver gets you a Wayfarer. Yeah, that's for sure to play right there. Um, yeah. What are you turning that into? I mean, yeah, I think so, but I think so, but I'm not sure. Well, well, Willpower could get another Wayfarer here if he does the silver trick here. Oh wait, no, he already got. Oh, he must have already got a Wayfarer last turn, right? Oh. Oh, no, no, wait. I think I'm dumb. No, yeah, he got it last turn. Oh wait, so. Oh, so it actually becomes zero when you. Oh, it becomes zero when you give out a curse. Oh, it's not the cards you gain, it's just the last card that's gained. Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know that. I'll have to keep that in mind for next time I ladder. Okay. Let's see. If the only source of plus buy, well, we have two sources of plus buy here. You have figurine, you have courier. Yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, you could have trashed a silver, gained a replace, drew it up with Mountain Village. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. You have replace, you have Great Robber. Oh yeah, and then Wayfarer can give you infinite silvers, and you can just keep replacing those silvers into fives. Yeah, no, that actually sounds pretty strong here. NW. Um, I guess you have a bad shuffle coming up, and you want to get it out of the way. I guess it's reasonable. You also have two replaces, so that's actually a pretty. I actually thought that was a pretty good play by Willpower. Um, let's see. You're probably getting rid of this. What are you doing here? As catstealer, I think. Well, you're not gonna be able to gain play replace, so you're probably just trashing your curse, gaining the state. For 6, um, it's not clear to me. You only have one draw card, which is kind of scary. I get. What would you have done? Oh wait, no, you could have got replaced. Yeah, no, that's true. You could silver into another 5 there. You can silver into another 5 there, but I don't think there's a way to get a second draw card. You probably could have got another Mountain Village, but yeah, you would have had 4 there. It still probably would have been a pretty good turn, I guess, but catstealer only has one Wayfarer, and I guess they have a Wishing. Oh, there's also Wishing Well. That's true. But I mean, you probably would prefer Swashbuckler or Wayfarer. Yeah, now you can just get rid of this Night Watchman as Willpower. To a Mountain Village makes sense. their turn to kill the curse. Yeah, probably right. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess that would have made sense. Here, I think. Well, yeah. No, I think Wayfarer is better to get than Swashbuckler. So I mean, I guess I agree with that play. I was thinking you could do Swashbuckler Mountain Village, but like, yeah, that seems reasonable. All right, so I mean, Willpower looks pretty decisively ahead here. They have most of their draw going. Yeah. Yeah, agreed. So I think you play Wayfarer, get a silver here. Yeah. This one's probably not gonna be great for Will. Wayfarer was at 0. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Maybe getting a second Wayfarer there would have been better. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That would have been better because you could just get the silver off the Wayfarer, then you can gain and play next turn. You know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right there. And piles, unsurprisingly, are getting very low. Catstealer seems to have an advantage in points. I guess, is Baffs actually becoming relevant this game? I can't believe it, but it seems that way. Uh, we're actually, okay. Don't take the last mountain village, please. That, yeah, Wayfarer probably is. Yeah, I think Wayfarer would probably be the play here. Yeah. Yeah. No, agreed. But let's think. I think what does Catstealer need to win? You can play one replace for like a duchy, right? And that's gonna put you at 6. You need another duchy. You just need to. All you have to do here is buy Mountain Village. Okay. Oh, I would not have trashed to replace. No. You need. Okay, but no. You need to get two. You have to get like two duchies. One would have to be off of one would have to be off a replace, and you have to buy a mountain village. I think they had a possible win condition, but now they don't. So that's not good. I think you. This is a one. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. You just get. Oh yeah. Or you just get the province. That would do it. Okay. I somehow missed all the Wayfarer tricks that game. But yeah, I forgot Wayfarer starts at 6, so you can get a province off that. But yeah. Not surprising that piled. Okay, so they already opened with a dungeon. What are you even doing here? So you got So do you have any draw? You don't really have any draw. You have like filtering but no draw. Yeah. You only draw is gonna be figurehead here. Well, is this gonna you know, man, if there was a way to trash curses here, this would be a really cool this would honestly be a really cool gamble deck, you know? You could put a lot of monuments, you know, searches, loots, and you still might end up playing a gamble here. But I think one of the biggest problems is thinning is so bad. Like, you only have Moneylender here that it just doesn't seem worth it. This is very much going to be a slog. Um, so I okay, so they both open Moneylender Dungeon. That makes a lot of sense. Um, it's gonna be really the best filtering in the game right now. As first 5, what do you get? Cobbler? Yeah, I mean, Cobbler's gonna get you... Cobbler's gonna get you dungeons in play. It's gonna get you... What do you got? You have dungeon, you have search... searches is relevant, because dungeons will probably pile. I don't know if I'd focus, like, super hard on them, but, like, that's... Like, that is relevant, and you may want a monument later. Well, you may even get a young witch, though. I don't know. Playing this is not obvious, but yeah, Cobbler does seem like a good first 5 to get. Either Cobbler or Trickster. I don't really like Villain. I mean, makes sense. Young Witch is probably going to be the fastest way to get curses in. And plus, like, even if the opponent does get a storehouse, it's like... it actually seems reasonable. Probably play with, like, double Young Witch and money or something. Also, Young Witch, it is sort of filtering as well, which is also nice. See, I guess the reason I'm not a super huge villain fan here is because, like, the discard attack's not going to do anything when you have, like, a bunch of curses and, like, estates in your deck. I guess it might hurt dungeon draw a little bit, but I don't know. I'm expecting this game to go on for a while, and you can't discard curse to villain? Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting that. I keep forgetting that. I always keep thinking that just discard one card like Soldier, but no, it's discard a card costing 2 or more. Okay, so they both seem to be playing with Cobbler, which is good. At some point you're gonna need to start getting some treasures, I think. Okay, you can just discard the state here. Yeah, okay. So wait, did they just dungeon? You didn't want to discard 2 coppers there. You're playing Search or Trickster, so you want to play one of those 2. What would I do here? I think cursing's probably more important than playing Search, I think, right now. So I think I'd do that, and you can just, you know, leave behind a silver, which, it's gonna be pretty good in a very sluggish game like this. Yeah, I'll get spec to you after the game. I'll give you my commentary as well, but it's not the best. Anyways, yeah, okay. I mean, I guess I understand trying to gamble, but like your decks aren't gonna be, you're not gonna be thin at all, you know. I understand like using it to like go down and like draw more, but yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess that sort of makes sense. You're trying to get searches in play. Using it more for its village effect. You might as well. Okay. I okay. Take back what I said. Take back what I said about gamble. There are cards you want to play in your deck. Like you're gonna want to hit your trickster. You're gonna want to hit your search. It is village here, so I mean like the rush to get curses out does justify buying gamble. So I will say I was wrong on that. Okay. So yeah, makes sense. I wonder if you don't buy here and just get a gold. This could very likely be second cobbler. Villain also works. All right. Okay. So here, I think they. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, and you probably. I imagine taking a search here because they only have one trickster. And if you're mostly just gambling for your deck, you'll get 3 loots off this next once the curses pile. So I'm thinking search. Storeroom's actually a good choice as well. I'm going to also work well with gamble, or just the deck in general. Okay, it's another dungeon in play. Makes sense. I think you get rid of the villain and you go for the curse. I think makes most sense to me. Okay. Play one more gamble. I guess that's your turn, but it's not a terrible turn. How many? So what do you have in play? You have 3 dungeons in play, so getting these loots into your deck are going to be pretty nice. Hopefully you get some nice loots. Double Amphora. I don't think Spell Scroll is the one I want here. Oh, okay. Those were probably not very good for catstealer at all. Chalice looks good? Okay, never mind. Chalice does look good. Yeah, but Spell Scroll this doesn't look like a great board for it. You're probably just doing like Cobbler or like Gold off of it. Well, at least no one got a degenerate one like Goat or like Sword, you know, or like Figurehead. So it seems like, I guess for the most part, they both got kind of just like golds with buys, which is fine. Here you definitely probably get the you get a province and you kind of do the mountain pass thing. At least that's what I would do. Like, yeah. Mountain pass is gonna put catstealer in a little bit of a rough spot. Okay. So 16. So catstealer bids 16 debt. That's a lot. That is a lot. I guess in a game as slow as this, makes sense to bid that much. But I mean, even for a slog game, that does seem like a lot. So I don't predict. It's probably gonna get around 2 to 3 turns to get rid of. To do that. Well, they get it for 17. So I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. I'm perfectly happy with that as catstealer. I think that is. I think that's paying a little too much for it. You know. Especially when, realistically, in a slog game like this, getting one more stop card in your deck isn't going to do a whole lot. Okay. Okay, so don't you get rid of the Trickster? I would think you do. I would think you would have gotten rid of the Trickster. Maybe you want to play the M4 twice in a row, but I guess that makes sense. But I'm more of a Trickster fan. Also, okay, maybe it's just me, but I don't really see the point of, like, at this point playing all these gambles when, like, you have a bunch of, like, dungeons to sort that out, you know? Like, you could be buying some sort of payload or some sort of, like, cobbler, you know, instead of just, like, using all your money just to draw a couple more cards, you know? Okay. Here it's clearly a province. Puts a cobbler out, so that's gonna be good. Yeah. I guess this is sort of the thing I was worried about, you know? It's gonna take Will, like, at least 2 more turns to pay off this debt. And at this time, catstealer is kind of catching up. So that's kind of why I thought that, like, this is it's a very high price to play for the mountain pass, you know? Monument? Yeah, actually, Monument seems reasonable here. They got a dungeon off that, right? I believe. Yeah, I mean, if I'm correct, they got a dungeon. Yeah, they did. No. Oh, no, they got a silver. No, I'm sorry. No, yeah, I think Monument. I mean, Monument would have been reasonable there. They also got a Moneylender play. But, especially, I guess especially if you're gonna be gambling, you know, like, Monument would be pretty good. Okay, no way Willpower doesn't get a province here. Just, I mean, I wonder what else Willpower would be considering. I guess it's a little bit... I guess it's a little bit rough, the part with those coffers. No. You don't have enough. The game's not going to last long enough, you know? I think you'd much rather... You'd much rather have that points lead. I mean... Looks like catstealer didn't have the greatest turn, so I guess you can get your province this turn. Let's see. Yeah, you just get rid of your estate. Yeah, and this is for sure... No, now I think Will's in a pretty good spot, you know? I think he would be in a better spot if he had another province in his deck, but... Yeah. Yeah. Gets a duchy. I mean, I don't know if I don't know if I agree with that. Because if you had a province as catstealer, I think with two it's very unlikely your opponent doubles. And here, if they got province, you would have the win. Well, I mean, they would have most likely got a duchy, but still. Okay, so how much money does catstealer have right now? They have A plus 3, plus 1, plus 3. So that's 4, 7, 1 short of a... Okay, never mind. I think you should just double duchy and keep the coffers, right? Yeah, this is just double duchy and you keep the coffers. And you're gonna basically threaten. You're gonna be up on points and you'll be threatening the province pile out. Okay. Wait. Okay, this is... Okay, province estate. I think it's risky, but it's probably the best move right there. Well, actually, it's not risky. They have the province duchy, and which would be very hard for them. And now they... No, actually, I think that was actually kind of reasonable. I think you get rid of the cobbler here and just get a duchy as willpower. Unfortunately, the storehouse doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot this game. I don't know if I've ever seen it used once. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, we'll want a duchy. 37. We'll be at 37, and that's 9 points. That's 9 points back at catstealer. Catstealer is very unlikely to get province duchy. Well, actually, even if it's catstealer's a he. Even if catstealer gets province duchy, then that's still gonna lose because catstealer's first place. Yeah, there's definitely no reason not to get a duchy here, I don't think. What did they do? Did he just pass on that turn? Oh, they used their M4 for next turn. I guess they're trying to hit Province, right? Well, that's not what you want, because... Okay, now catstealer only has to hit Provinces. So catstealer now only has to hit Province Estate to win. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Let's see. They would have gotten one. It still looks... It looks like that will be alright here. It's in hand? Okay, let me see. So you have 5, 8. If you have... Well, they'll have to discard a little bit here. So they won't be able to get the point. Yeah, no, they played the dungeon, so they're not going to be able to get the storeroom points. Or coins, I should say. That is a very nice gamble. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, it would have been in hand. So they had, like... They had a store... Oh, yeah, they played the storeroom. No, it wouldn't have been in hand because if they gambled, they would have hit a curse or a state. Yeah, no, I mean, the gamble would not have hit them the gold. They would have only gone up 1. That would have put them at 6. They still would be 1 away. Because the storeroom drew a curse in a state, so I don't think that was actually a win. Okay, now, unfortunately, now Willpower wins here. So, Playstar pitched 3 things. Would have won, but you're pitching still. That's true, but you're pitching your silvers in hand, right? I'll go back and look at it, but I feel like you're pitching your silvers in hand. So, I don't know if that would have worked. But I'll go back and look at it and see. And, yeah. But I don't think it was a win, but, you know, I could be wrong. I'm a little tired anyways. Anyway, so the final score was 3-3. Willpower, catstealer. Yeah, it was a good match, and I was glad to be able to commentate this one. And, yeah. Thanks for watching, and, yeah, this is ZW Limit, and I'll see you later.